we're talking about what's eating you. Talking about what's eating you.
Proudly brought to you by Rogers Hood Apothecary.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Wait, are we like matching?
We're matching.
Cute.
Winning.
Where are you right now?
Oh, right here in a rooftop in the Space Needle.
It looks
Yeah.
so beautiful there. Hi,
Yeah.
everyone. Welcome to our live. Welcome to What's Eating You Live. We are here today to chat about something we did together recently that was super fun. Going live today to answer questions, probably some worms. What else is new? You know what?
Yeah.
Hold on really quick, Kim. Hold on.
Okay.
I actually got to do something really important. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right.
What?
Hey, girl.
Hi, everybody. I'm in Seattle.
We're together.
We're together. We had a really fun week together.
Yeah.
And we can't wait to tell you.
Yeah. It's been such a
All
good
about
week. So good. Okay.
Y'all are a mess. At least we're a hot mess.
Yeah, we're hot messes.
Yeah. Thanks, though, Paige.
Yeah,
Thank you for the
thanks,
comment. I hope everyone's healthy, happy, feeling good. We did some really fun things this week.
We did. We get together often in order for us to be able to film What's Eating You and that content. And this week we did a couple of in-person podcasts, and then we went to Bellevue, which is outside of Seattle. So technically it's Seattle. And we went to Upgrade Labs.
Dave
Asprey's Upgrade
spot.
Labs, and we filmed it, and we did some really cool modalities.
We really did.
Which one was your favorite, Sam?
The PEMF. So it was like kind of like it sandwiches you between two, would you even call them like blankets?
Yeah, like blankets.
And I don't know if you guys have ever tried that or not, but basically it was like electromagnetic waves, right?
Yes.
And you lay in it, right? And they turn it up and it starts zapping you. But your body is so intelligent, it tells the technology machine where to zap, where you've had an injury and where it needs healing. So like I got in one and it started zapping all on my neck and my shoulders and down my arms, which is where I've had like disc injuries and like neck and back problems. It started zapping right there immediately. And then Kim got in one next to me and they were like, "Where do you feel it, Kim?" And she's like, "My hip." So it really does, like your body works with the technology to heal what needs to be healed essentially. And it was like, that was honestly the most mind-blowing modality I've ever tried. Because at first I thought it was the intelligence of the actual like modality machine.
Right.
I was like, oh, it knows where to go. And the guy was like, Kevin, shout out to Kevin.
Shout out, Kevin.
At Upgrade Labs. PEMF is awesome, right? Like I was like, wow, it's so intelligent. It's going right to where I had an injury. He said, no, that's your body's intelligence. I was very impressed.
Break it up so you can feel it going even more and more and more.
Yeah.
Most PMF you can't feel unless you have the specific one. Like Durasage's PMF, you can't really feel it. I can feel it when I lay on it. I can feel just like a little bit of a twitchy twinge. Don't you have a PMF mat, a biomat?
I have a biomat that doesn't have PEMF in it. I know.
Oh,
you told me. I know. You told me I got to get it.
Biomat though. It's a good
biomat's amazing.
Yeah,
it grounds me. It protects me from EMF. So I absolutely love it. I'm always on my mat all the time. But yeah, what was your favorite modality at Upgrade Labs that we did?
I really like the cryo, but I mean, I think because you get different options of cold, and then probably their red light bed. It's not just a red light bed; it has frequencies in it as well, and they had settings for Lyme, 2 different Lyme settings, so it was specific for that. And then it had like yellows, blues, and red. But I thought it was just really cool. It was really a cool whole setup.
It was the LymF massage legs were amazing.
Yep.
That felt incredible.
LymF, which is they have these machines that help move your lymph for you. We did that. And then they have the PEMF that Sam loved. Then they also had a cryo, which it's cryo built, which I never even knew that cryo built made 5 different like levels of cold. I didn't know you could even go above the cold.
We did the extreme.
Yeah, we did extreme
together, and instantly right when you get inside, our lashes and hair and everything was covered in frost. Okay. This is the extreme setting. It's extreme for sure. That was intense. Kim loves the cold. I love warm.
Yeah, I like the cold.
Yeah.
And then they have this machine, the biocharger, which is kind of cool because like you sit in front of it and it shoots frequencies. And then they had this other thing where it actually like pushed oxygen, but it variated the way that you were breathing. So it treated it as if you were like high altitude, low altitude.
It adapted.
Yeah.
It was like an intelligent oxygen therapy that adapted to what you needed, right? Depending on like how you were breathing.
Yep. And you did the bike thing.
Loved the bike thing. So we'll figure out what that was called unless you guys know. But it was really cool because basically you can get on this and I think I was only on it for 10 minutes and it was the equivalent of a 90-minute workout.
Wow.
So it's like talk about actually time hacking. And that's what we love to do and find. Like we love to find things that if you guys can use them, you can save time or you can save money or you can do more than one thing at once. We call that biostacking. Yeah, man. I mean, we live in a really fast-paced world and life is happening fast. So anything that can help us to be healthier faster, like that's huge. Also this week, we've been having fun finding really healthy restaurants.
Yes, in Seattle. Because some of you guys might have heard me say there's really very limited amount of organic, good food here.
Clean food.
Clean food. And so I hung out with the clean food queen herself.
Yep. And Dr. Giles.
Dr. Giles.
Shout out.
Yeah. Hey, Jay.
Hey, Jay. Shout out Dr. J. She definitely put us onto a couple of restaurants out here that's super clean, organic, and I'm really impressed with restaurants that are clean food and also come in non-toxic packaging because like if you put a boiling hot soup in a plastic to-go cup and send that to someone, like, you know, you're getting all of those microplastics. So clean food is really important. To be honest, the way we've been eating this week, we've been working so much and filming so much, but because we've been eating clean, we don't feel bogged down or heavy or like
no breakouts, even with a little fried food that we've eaten.
I broke out a little bit.
You did.
But really, I mean, there's other things happening, hormones and things. Yay, being a woman. But the show must go on.
Yep.
And we're busy getting this content made for you guys because we really do have so much exciting stuff coming in season 2 of What's Eating You. We're actually wrapping up season 1.
I can't even believe
it's wild. We've been at this for 6 months. We've been at this for a year, but we've been releasing content for you every single week for 6 months now. And we're wrapping up season 1 and we're preparing for season 2. And we have so much more to come. We've reached a new level and we can't wait to share it all with you guys for sure.
I'm really excited because we're introducing new things that we're going to do a little bit differently in season 2. And we're going to do some more travel, as you guys are seeing. We didn't really intentionally think it was going to be a traveling podcast, but it has turned into a really fun traveling podcast.
Part of that is because Kim Rogers loves to travel.
I mean, any excuse.
And move. Like, listen, okay? If you're with Kim, you are running. Your schedule is full, okay? That's just how it is. But it's so fun. And we love doing this for you guys because really the whole point is to bring you information. Like, we're out here gathering it, finding it for you to bring it back to you for you to use and implement in your lives, you know? But we're always talking about cleansing. Like, this week, there's been a couple of times, like, we've been working and up late a few times, wake up in the morning feeling a little tired, like needing to get going. And we've had all the Rogers Hood tinctures that we've been using the immune to keep our immune boosted at all of this like high level
Holy Skull to keep our minds fresh, brain fog free.
Yes.
LymF to keep it all moving because it's really important for you to, even though you're moving, to keep the internal moving with the LymF.
Yeah, man. So important. Love all the Rogers Hood tinctures. Even me being on the plane coming here.
You've done good.
I bust out that immune tincture. I was like, I need this. I'm on a plane enclosed with all these people coughing and sneezing. And I'm like, no, I'm not chancing it. So the immune tincture comes in clutch all the time.
When we were at the Upgrade Labs in Bellevue, I was talking with one of the gals. Shout out to Claudia. She was great.
Oh, we love Claudia.
We cannot wait for you guys to see her. She was
amazing.
And I feel like we're missing this as a biohack. I feel like getting herbs in and deworming and parasite cleansing and mold detox is like a missing link to all our biohack stacking.
You feel like everyone's so focused on the modalities and like all of this like technology that they're missing a fundamental piece.
Yes.
Cleansing with the herb.
Internally.
Internal.
Internally. So that all of those modalities will work at their peak performance.
Yeah.
I think sometimes when they have to go in and fight with certain things that are in your cells, and they can also cause you to detox. So it does show the power of it, but then you got to bring those herbs in to help move what's going on for the detox.
Yeah, that was really funny. When we were in front of the biocharger, Kim put it on a parasite cleansing setting. So it actually is a frequency device that like there's a setting specifically for cleansing and detoxing you of parasites. She turned that thing on and I sat there for a minute and I was like, I'm starting to get a little bit of like a headache. I'm like, I'm out, Kim. You finish this one. I'm like, I don't want any worms coming out today. Like, I'm over it right now. Like, can I be free of worms coming out for a while? Not around this one. She's not just the worm queen. Kim is the worm whisperer.
Yeah, I got a frequency. When you're around me, you usually end up getting some sort of an upset stomach at the end of our time together, and then you go to the bathroom and you're gonna pass something. Shout out to Biocharger. We're doing a lot of shout outs today because we've been around doing networking stuff, but you should change your parasite support, that frequency level, to Worm Queen. That's what we think.
It should be called Worm Queen.
Yeah, it should be called. Well, they named one of them called Crazy Cat Lady because the toxoplasmosis setting for it. Yeah, so they named it Crazy Cat Lady. I saw that you said, how do you use MolDeze page? So basically what you want to do is you want to make sure your lymphatic system's open. So get the LymF Kit, and then you want to make sure that you do ParaFy at least 2 to 3 times before you do the MolDeze, because parasites hold the spores. And so if you just go straight in and try and remove the spores with MolDeze, you're going to potentially have more die-offs because of the parasites. So we want you to go in, we want you to treat the parasites and then turn around and then go in with MolDeze, and you'll get more of a cleanse, but keep the lymphatic system open by using the LymF Kit. So that's LYMF. So grab that one.
And it is really important to parasite cleanse first. So someone just said they're like, I think they said 1 week or 2 weeks in and crazy symptoms so far, but it's really important to get the parasites out first. Like him said, they hold on to spores, they hold on to bad bacteria and viruses and heavy metals. You have to get those out, like lighten your load. Like him always talks about the bucket analogy, but you have to lighten your load and empty out your bucket before attacking cleansing mold. You have to do that first. So there's a proper order to do things, an order of operations.
Yes.
When it comes to cleansing, and the foundational cleanse really is lymph to support and help prep you and move your lymphatic system. It also will help ease some of those symptoms that you're experiencing while you're ParaFy cleansing. If you use the LymF Kit, it will help keep things moving so that you won't have as bad of die-off symptoms. And then after you have a couple of ParaFy cleanses under your belt, that's a good time to do MolDeze for sure.
And you don't have to test positive for mold to do the MolDeze Kit. It's actually a mitochondria booster. I added in mitochondria support herbs, and they just happen to have a dual purpose of like grabbing the spores and sweeping them out of your body. And so we all kind of have a little bit of spores in our body. We've all been exposed to mold at some point in our lives. And if you're a chronically ill person, it can like stay inside of you, whether it's pollinating or just hanging out. So it's not a bad idea to go in and sweep out those things. And also in the MolDeze Kit is Immune and Recover. And Immune and Recover just by themselves are such a great supplement that we have. So if you
I use them daily.
You do?
I do. I use the Immune and Recover tincture almost daily, if not daily.
That's why your hair is like so good.
It's growing so much.
And
It's
it also
actually
has
really
a little anti-parasitic in it because it has pumpkin seed.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
We've been eating pumpkin seeds this week too.
Your hair is long. You guys, Sam's hair is like to here.
It is. I'm growing it out.
It looks very pretty. Yeah.
Someone said, is it okay to do the MolDeze kit if they've never been tested for mold or they don't even know if they have it?
Right. Because it's a mitochondria support versus just for mold. We just advertised it as a MolDeze and mold, and it's both mitochondria. I'm scared to cleanse because of Herxheimer's. The nice thing is that I really thought a lot about how to avoid die-offs when you were parasite cleansing, because Jeremy and I had terrible die-offs while we were cleansing. So I don't think they're going to be as bad. And you can always break for a few days and then start again if they get so bad. Just make sure that you're binding at night and that you're peeing and pooping and perspiring, and grab a LymF kit. And that LymF kit you can take while you're on the ParaFy kit, and that will help also calm those Herxheimer reactions, aka die-offs.
And just keeping everything open and moving. You know, it's really important to keep the lymphatic system moving, to be sweating and making sure you're going to the bathroom. And there's tools you can use. Someone said they're absolute 100% newbie here and they don't know where to start. A really great place to start is go to rogershood.com, because they have so many free guides that will walk you through absolutely every step you need to know to prepare before cleansing, and then how to keep everything open and flowing while cleansing to make it as smooth of an experience as possible and still effective. Like, it's important to have like a good cleansing experience, but also for it to work. So they really help you like be able to do it successfully. So go to rogershood.com, because all of the free resources that you need are there. You literally can download them straight to your phone. They're all ebooks and they're free. So go check those out. That's a really good place to start. But don't be scared. I saw someone say that they're scared. Like, don't be scared. It's normal to be, because it's new if you've never done it. I was definitely freaked out before I cleansed, but I knew I needed to do it no matter what, because I was in my 30s and I'm like, I've never parasite cleansed in my life, so I know I have them and need to. And I was right. Because literally I have cleansed out hundreds of worms out of my body, which is still so wild to say. It's a weird reality, because for so long in America, like, we weren't told it's a normal thing, but it really is. And every single human who I've put on to the ParaFy Cleanse, every friend, family member, everyone's reported back to me that they've seen worms leave their body. So if you haven't done it before, you do need to, because everyone comes into contact with parasites through several different ways. Pets, other people, grass, water, food, and not just meat, even fruits and vegetables. So, and a lot of worms and parasites in fish. Yes.
Lots of worms.
Like, scary.
It is scary. Yeah. It is. Yeah. And they can live in you for a really long time. Really long. They can get really big. They have like a nervous system of their own. That's what makes it so difficult to understand how they can hijack your mind, because they're their own living being inside of your body.
Yeah, they create ecosystems.
They do.
They use you as a host, and they create a whole world and neighborhood and community inside of you. So like, you have to interrupt them from building, and like, you have to like evict them and get them out. Someone said, does it hurt or tickle if worms come out of areas other than poop? So I'll answer this from my perspective first. Me, I've been cleansing for almost 2 years straight, not straight, but like, I've done several cleanses in the past 2 years, and I've never seen anything alive leave my body. So I've never experienced anything leaving me alive, and I've blown over 100 worms out of my nose at this point. And so anyone who doesn't know my story, I know that may sound really wild, but my body uses my nose as an exit point. Like, I'm one of the people who, a lot of them leave this way, and it's like lymph nodes here. Plus, before cleansing, I had a lot of sinus issues and was getting sinus infections all the time. And so I do know that like, this is an area, like a problem area for me. So I've seen over 100 leave my nose, and none of them were alive. So the herbs really do work to unalive them. So in my experience, having passed a foot-long ropeworm and lots of gallstones and mucus, and I saw liver flukes, and I saw a bunch of yellow things, which you say are eggs. Some people say they were liver stones. So I mean, listen, some things are like unidentified and kind of hard to put your finger on exactly what it is.
It's hard to identify sometimes.
Yeah.
I do my best when I look at it, because I've seen so many.
Yeah. So I've never seen anything live. So this is my experience, and everyone who I know that I've put on the cleanse also has not experienced anything coming out alive. So nothing tickles or anything like that. But now Kim can answer that question.
I've had things come out alive. I had things come out of my feet, and they were alive, and it did tickle. And I had things come out. I've coughed things up. I've had them come out of my skin, particularly right here is where they really like to exit out of my skin. I thought it was like a zit. and I would squeeze it and it would like move. And I'm
Didn't you
like,
have a mark on your face for like over a year?
yeah, yeah. I
That
had a
like,
mark right here, here, and then right here. And I have pictures of them because, you know, when you have a mark like that for such an extended period of time, you think the big C. So you're like, oh, do I need to go get this biopsy? No, I just needed to do a parasite cleanse. That's it.
yeah.
Yeah, you can reuse the open bottles. They're good for 3 years. It's an alcohol base, so it's a 20 to 25% alcohol, so it will kill bacteria in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had them, I coughed one up, but it wasn't alive. And it was an egg. And you could see inside where it was developing. It was really eerie. And it was right at the beginning of this journey. And when I showed everyone, they're like, oh, that's a tonsil stone. And I'm like, no, it's not.
Mm.
No, it's not. It's not a tonsil
That's
stone.
crazy. Someone said that they were on day 29
Oh,
and they can't wait to do another one and they wish they started sooner.
oh.
And we can't tell you how many times we've heard that. So like
Mhm.
it's like a theme where people get the cleanse and then they're like, it's been sitting for a while and I'm so scared to start. And like it's normal to feel that because it's like the unknown. And I was nervous about what I was going to see and I didn't want to see anything leave me because I was like, that's the only part of this whole thing that freaks me out. But once you're in it and you're in the frequency of cleansing and you're in harmony with the frequency of the herbs in the tinctures, it just becomes more of like an empowered experience in my personal experience, because anything that I saw leave actually wasn't scary. It was a relief to know it's gone, it's out of me, it was in me, causing me harm, and now it's not. And also, it was validating because I was like, this really is real. And so it was motivating to keep going and doing more. And when I reached day 29 ish, I was still seeing worms. So I was like, why would I stop now? So I was like, I'm gonna keep going, Kim. Is that cool? She's like, go for it.
Yeah.
Go as long as you can. And I went in 75 days straight, the first time I ever did it. And then by the end of that, my body like told me like, okay, we're real tired of this. Let's take a little break and then come back to this. And then so I've taken breaks and then come back to it. But it's normal to feel
Okay,
what?
you got it. It's normal, Phil.
It's normal to feel scared, but you also don't have to look. So that's like a thing. Like you don't have to look and see.
Flusher.
Yeah, so there's people who just flush and don't look. So you don't have to feel like you have to look, you know? So it's better out than in though. So no matter what, it's gonna do good to do the cleanse. So it's
Yeah.
more beneficial to do it than not. So go for it. Even if you're scared, just don't let fear stop you from starting. Go ahead and start. And that is my biggest advice to people.
So I was reading your guys' comments, and one said, cookbook. You can go up into my link tree and you can download a fast track guide. That's the way to get started. It's like 10 pages long. It's really good, thorough. It teaches you about the 3 Ps. We have a cookbook. It's just a guide. So please be conscientious about just trying to eat as clean as possible, really cutting out alcohol, really cutting out carbs, really cutting out any sort of sugars, processed foods. You don't want to feed them. You're trying to starve them. Unfortunately, sometimes that makes you starve yourself. So you want to be conscientious about that. Don't be afraid of this. We literally made it so easy for you. I include instructions. You can email us anytime at team@rogershood.com. We answer every email, every DM, every comment to make sure that you guys are supported, because it is kind of a weird journey.
It is.
And when you feel less alone, you feel like it's so much less of a weird journey.
There's a whole community here. Like you aren't alone. So the fact you're even tapped into this live, tapped into What's Eating You, our podcast, like we're very supportive over here. Like this isn't like a you can't sit with us type of community. Like you're welcome here and you're so supported. There's so many other people going through the same thing you have or already went through it and can give you advice or tell you what they did. You know, it's like a whole community over here of cleansers, and we really all are after the same thing, which is to feel better and live a better quality life and really just to up our vitality and overall well-being. And so that's what we're doing. So you have support over here, so don't feel alone. We also do group cleanses, so that's something you could do. You could join a group cleanse every quarter. There's a group cleanse. So if you don't want to start alone and you don't know anyone in your personal life who's going to cleanse with you, you could also wait and do it with the community, because we do group cleanses every quarter where everyone starts on the same day. It's typically a few days before the full moon, right?
Yep.
Because that's when you can really optimize getting the most of them out and really interrupting their life cycle, because during the full moon our serotonin rises and our melatonin lowers. That's why you feel wired, because you're not producing as much melatonin, so you're not as tired during the full moon. And parasites feed on serotonin, so they come out of hiding around the full moon to feed and breed.
Ugh.
And then go back into burrowing. So if you do start cleansing, it's disgusting, but it's this is what's is it. Did you see the bird? So
Yes.
cute. We've never done a live together in person, you guys. This is our first. It's a special thing. We're happy to be together up on this beautiful roof in Seattle. It's beautiful weather out here. We're really doing a lot for the podcast. This has been a really awesome week for What's Eating You. We have filmed so much for you for season 2, and we can't wait for you to see everything we have coming.
Yay. Okay, so one asked if you can take the LymF Kit. Yes, take the LymF Kit with ParaFy and take the LymF Kit with MolDeze. Take the LymF Kit with or without cleansing. It's just a really great supplement. It's just, I use lion's mane, turkey tail, sarsaparilla, cat's claw, plantain leaf, which helps with candida. It was calling me for so many years. Plantain leaf is a really great antifungal. So if you've got kind of something going on with your feet or you've got a chronic yeast infection, you want to go in and utilize the LymF Kit because it just helps kind of flush all of that out. I've heard that you actually can see more worms when you're doing the LymF Kit because you're opening up your lymphatic pathway.
Well, I wasn't even ParaFy cleansing and went to Jonesboro, Arkansas to go to the Rogers Hood manufacturing facility. And she gave me one of the first LymF kits to try. All I did was like a dropper of lymph, a dropper of Holy Skull, a dropper of Sustain. We went back to the Airbnb and a worm came out of my nose that night. So that was from being like around all the herbs in the facility all day and then also talking to everyone like, oh yeah, like my story sharing about how like worms would come out of my nose. And then taking the LymF Kit was enough for one to exit. So pretty crazy. Someone said will they be out in public and then like just see like worms leave them?
No, it's not like the video I just posted.
Yeah, it's not that
crawling out her
your average cleanser is not going to have some crazy experience where a worm has to be pulled out of your ear. That's like a pretty extreme case. I love that someone just mentioned they just started a detox with a group of like 100 other people, and the full moon is on Friday. So thank you for filling us in about the full moon calendar because we've been so busy. I usually pay attention to that and know when it's coming, but we've been so busy for the past week. So the fact that the full moon is coming up in a few days, if you have a ParaFy cleanse and you haven't started yet and you've been nervous to start or waiting for some kind of sign or some kind of time for it to be right, now's the right time.
Do it now.
Go ahead and start, because if you start now, right before the full moon, you will absolutely have a more effective cleanse. You're going to get more bang for your buck. You're gonna get more out if you start it before the full moon. So this is a great time to start. This is your sign. You've been waiting for a sign to cleanse. This is it.
This is your sign.
Yes. What is this?
I have UC. I don't know where to start. Well, we're actually really gentle for UC, so I definitely recommend grabbing the ParaFy Kit, actually grabbing a LymF Kit first with the ParaFy Kit because we are having a sale. The code's USA20, so I recommend getting both of those. We are around 2 to 4 weeks processing. We're getting up there because we're so busy. This is pretty typical for us during the summertime that, you know, kids are home and they're wanting to deworm their kids, so we're a lot busier. And we went viral with Dr. Axe and Alex Clark. If you haven't watched those podcasts, go watch them. They're so good.
So good.
And then our podcast, What's Eating You? We're on our last couple of weeks of the season. We're taking a hiatus on August.
And then coming back September.
Yeah.
Season 2, top of September. That is the plan.
Yeah.
We have so much in store for you. If it doesn't come by Friday, should I wait for another full moon? I wouldn't wait a whole month.
I would just do it.
As soon as it comes, I would start, because the cool thing is, because it's a 30-day cleanse, right? But there's enough in the tinctures for you to actually get like a good 40 solid days out of it. So I would start anytime, because you still will be cleansing over a full moon if you do a full cleanse. Like at some point during your cleanse, you're going to pass over the full moon. So I wouldn't necessarily wait like that long. If it was like a week or so, I would. But yeah, I would rather just get them out of me sooner. So I didn't start my first one before a full moon, and I had major success. Yeah.
3 days. In 3 days.
Oh yeah. So what? In 3 days, what
I
happened?
passed roundworm, flukes, and pinworms in 3 days.
That's
It
lovely.
was wild. I knew right then what was wrong with me. Well, one of the things.
And we're not talking about a little amount of
No,
these
it was like the whole toilet. I mean, you saw something I showed you the other day, and that one was huge. Can you only imagine what else was passed? Like, it's a wild situation
It's
here
wild, you guys.
in the
It
hood.
is. Yeah, it is. It definitely is. Do I need more time off work when I start? The
No.
beautiful thing about Rogers Hood cleanses is they are extremely effective, but they're super gentle. You can keep working, you can keep showing up in life. You don't have to stop your life or take a time out to cleanse. You really can keep working. It's also not like a cleanse, it's like a laxative type situation. So you're not going to be running to the
Right.
bathroom. So no, you won't be out in public and like something crazy go down like that. So gentle but effective. That's what the adjectives I always love to use about the cleanses, because that's what they are. So no, you don't have to take time out of your life. That's why there really isn't any reason to not start.
Yeah, it's so good. It's a full body. It helps with heavy metals, candida, parasites, and worms. And we included a binder and we include instructions. So it's not a hard cleanse. I did a hard cleanse, so I definitely did not want to put a product out
Right.
that was going to be a difficult cleanse for
Exactly.
people.
No, you created something that you do, that
Yeah.
you want to do.
Well, I wanted to make it as easy as I could because of my husband.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to have to be like, you need to cleanse, Jeremy.
Yeah.
And instead, he's like, oh, can I cleanse? And
Yeah.
I'm all, yeah, this is super simple. 3 tinctures, 3 times a day, 15 drops,
Yeah.
done.
Yeah. Oh, also, love this that we're talking about what's in the cleanse. Someone asked earlier, what is the cinnamon thing in the cleanse? Really important. It's a step you absolutely cannot miss or forget. So cinnamon is the binder. Now, this is the difference between Rogers Hood ParaFy Cleanse and other parasite protocols out there, is they don't include a binder. But you're taking herbs that unalive these harmful organisms. You really are causing your system more harm and havoc. As they unalive, they're dumping heavy metals, viruses, bad bacteria, mold spores, and their offspring. So this is something that's surprising to a lot of people, but when a parasite's a really intelligent organism, when it starts to unalive or even get fearful for its life,
Fearful.
it will dump its offspring to continue its lineage because it does want to survive just like humans do. So it's an intelligent organism inside of your body that it will want its lineage to continue. So the binder binds up what it dumps when they're getting unalive, and it helps your body move it out. So what is a binder and why is this so important?
Well, our binder is Ceylon cinnamon and coconut activated charcoal. And what it is it's a negatively charged herb, and it pulls the positive charged toxin and it magnetizes it. And so it comes out of your poop or doesn't go back into your bloodstream, which is what we're trying to avoid, to make you sicker, to reinfect yourself, because you've all done, the herbs did all this work and now you're trying to pull it out and let it go to the bathroom.
Yeah, you can really cause more harm to your system if you
Don't
cleanse
bind.
and don't bind.
Yeah,
Because
that's what happened to us.
Right. And the die-off, I mean, I can't even imagine what the die-off
Terrible.
would be without a binder. So the cinnamon that comes in the kit, because someone asked specifically what it is, very important part of the cleanse. And you want to take it every single night. My hack to not forget to take it was just leaving it on my nightstand.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, and that's the last thing I put into my body right before I go to sleep. That way it has some time between the last supplements I take at night and the last ParaFy herbs I take. And when you take it, you want to put 2 hours of space in between, because if not, it is such a powerful binder. It will bind up other things that you consume. So definitely make sure you give it that space. And a hack to do that is leaving it on your nightstand, and then right before bed, just pop the one pill at night.
Nice.
Yes, they said they didn't use a binder for their first time, and it was really painful.
Oh, it was awful. I didn't even know what
sorry.
a binder was until I started this journey. And they were coming out of our skin. Jeremy and I were miserable. We had terrible die-offs. And so that's why I created the kit, so that there would be an explanation, you would have instructions, and I was able to determine exactly what I wanted inside of the kit.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Oh,
yeah, she created a really, really powerful and very thorough. That's what I love about it, is it's so much more than just a parasite cleanse.
It's a ParaFy cleanse.
It's a ParaFy cleanse. It doesn't just cleanse you of parasites, but of heavy metals, bad bacteria, mucus, candida. It cleanses you of candida, which is a parasite. And what did I miss? Mold.
It'll help with mold. And wormwood will help suppress, so that if you are in mold or you are having mold symptoms, it will actually suppress it to a point where you can get through the Parasite Cleanse, and then you could switch yourself over to MolDeze.
Yeah. Someone was like, you were in the bottom box, and now we're in the same box. We were really together. We just wanted to surprise you guys. That's all.
Sam goes, we should go live together, and then I'll come up and pop in.
Just wanted to surprise you guys. It was cute. Will you lose?
It's cute.
Yeah. Will you lose weight?
I mean, you're dropping out some toxins, you're giving your body a chance to reset and to kind of refocus its energy onto pushing out some weight loss. So it is possible. In addition, I use 2 herbs that help with inflammation and also help curb your appetite so that you're not sitting there starving on the cleanse, feeding them versus getting rid of them.
Yeah.
So I mean, I lost some weight.
I
If you
did
look
too.
at my old pictures.
I
and you
did
look
too.
Now I lose weight whenever I start doing the
I do
ParaFy
as
Cleanse.
well. I do as well.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Thank you so much for
Thank you,
joining us, you
guys.
guys. We can't wait for you to see everything in store in season 2. Thank you for all your support with What's Eating You. Please do remember to like and subscribe and share with your friends and share this live. We're going to definitely post the replay so that if you missed anything, you can totally watch it again. Send it to friends, family. You never know who needs to hear this because you really can help someone better their lives, better their health, feel better all around. So definitely help us share. We love you guys. Thank you for the support.
Thanks.
See you soon.
Bye.